Hello my sweets, welcome back to Beauty Meets DIY. So today I bring to you another highly requested video by you guys. Something I created on a whim, something that you have noticed on two of the background of my videos, and it's this flower fireplace box, so to speak. And so to get started, what you're going to need is these boxes from Michaels. We're not going to need the top unless you don't want the flowers. And here I'm showing you that it's by the brand Celebrated, and again I got it at Michaels, and this is the size for this one. This is the larger one. They have another one that's smaller, but I'm using this size, which is the larger one. They come in black, white, and kind of like that paper bag color. Here I went ahead and showing you that you can spray paint it. I did that in the color Candy by Rust-Oleum, and here just to show you another option, you can cover it in any type of contact paper that you'd like. So you're going to need some kind of a frame. This is a 4x6 ideally, and I'm going to cut mine. Obviously I cannot cut into this one because it's mirrored, but you're going to need some kind of a frame. Or another option is that you can use some of these frame mattings that come inside pictures. Sometimes they come in different colors and different sizes in case you don't want to deal with all the cutting and that sort of thing. But I'm going to go ahead and use one of these beautiful ornate mirrors from the Dollar Tree that also come in black. I'm going to go ahead and remove the mirror because we're not going to need it. And I'm just going to turn it on to this side, and what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and cut this in half. So when you flip it around, if you start at that top edge right there and you come down, I would say about 3.5 or whatever halfway is within that frame, you're going to go ahead and cut that. And I use one of these saws. It did fine with the plastic, and I'm pretty sure it would work well with wood. So here you go, I just cut that in half. So here what you want to do is that you want to come in 1 inch on either side, and there from the bottom up until the line you're going to go 3/4 of an inch or 0.75, and then up there is going to be 2.75. So again, 1 inch on either side, 3/4 of an inch there, and then from there to the top is 2.75 inches. I will put the measurements down below. So from there you want to go ahead and do, I would say about 1 inch. I would go a little higher. I made the mistake. I would give it a little more room, and then you want to just give a little space between the tea lights, and that'll make more sense as we go along, you will see. And here you go, I'm just showing you the tea lights. You want to give room in between them and on the edges right there, and then you're going to go ahead and outline a round circle so that you can go ahead and poke your light through the inside of the box, and you'll see what I mean as we go along. So this is what I'm talking about. I went ahead and with my X-Acto knife I created a hole. I went up that space, which was probably about 1/2 inch. I recommend you go a little further up, and again with your X-Acto knife you want to create those holes. So you want to go ahead and space them in a way that they are not too close together but not too far apart, if that makes sense. And then when you create the hole, you want it to be snug. You don't want it to be too loose, so that you can remove it, but then that it doesn't fall out. See, as you can see, it's pretty snug, and I'm shaking the box and it's not going anywhere. So with that box that we created, that we outlined, you want to go ahead and score the square on those 3 sides there, but then that bottom you want to score enough where it's just going to allow you to bend it, but you don't want to cut all the way through. So you want to score it, so as you can see it has to lay flat this way. You don't want to cut through all the way, and then that part right there we're going to go ahead and cover later on, so don't worry about that. So now you want to go ahead and outline this part right here, because underneath the box later we're going to create somewhat of a little door, a little opening, so that you can later go ahead and turn on and off your lights and eventually replace them if you need to. So don't worry too much about those edges there because our frame is going to cover that just fine. So whatever frame you decide to choose, just make sure that you cut the box not too wide or not too small, that it's covered well. So here you're going to get some foam board from your Dollar Tree. You're going to cut 2 squares in a 2.75 or 2.75 of an inch, and then 2 pieces measuring this right here. So altogether you're going to need 4 pieces. We want to create some kind of a box to enclose our, so to speak, fireplace. So you're going to go ahead and glue those together, and hot glue works just fine with this. And of course you want to go ahead and create your top. So basically what I'm doing now is that I'm using some glue. You can use some Elmhurst glue. I do not recommend that you glue this with hot glue just along the edges as I'm doing here. You want to go ahead and use some kind of reflective paper, whether it's aluminum paper, some reflective stock paper, or even some of that reflective tape, just so that when you turn on your lights, it just gives it that reflective look to it. So now I went ahead and I created the same thing for my little lights. I just measured everything, created the holes, and lined that part as well with the reflective cardstock paper. By the way, I got that cardstock paper at Michael's. You can find these at any craft store. So you want to go ahead and apply glue all over that box, top, bottom, everywhere. So here I'm just showing you the little opening that I messed up on. This is what I'm trying to explain to you when I felt that you had to create the holes a little further up, because as you can see, I can easily turn on and off my light, but when it comes to removing my lights, I'm having a hard time. So if we go ahead and create those holes a little further up, then we're not gonna have a problem. I didn't do the best job creating a little door there. Hopefully you can do a better job than I did. This was my first time doing this one in this particular way. So here I'm using some crushed glass. These come in different colors. You can find these at Michael's, at the craft store. I thought that this color in particular went really well with what we're trying to create here. So what I'm doing is that I'm using some Mod Podge, and I'm going to go ahead and line this. I probably should have done this before. If you can do this before, that would be great. I went ahead and thought about it afterwards, but that's okay. It's easily removed while it's wet, so that's not a problem. So you're going to go ahead and you can create as many layers as you need. Just go ahead and wipe off as you go along so it doesn't create any kind of a, doesn't glue on where it doesn't need to be. And then now I'm going to lay it on there, and this eventually is going to dry overnight. You want to go ahead and for this part use your strongest glue, E6000. Here I'm using the Gorilla. For this video I'm just using the hot glue, but I do suggest you use your strongest glue. So now on that inside rim right there, that ledge, you want to go ahead and glue that on. And if you guys, I always use the Gorilla brand glue sticks. It's my favorite, and I think they work really, really well. Alright, so now you're going to go ahead and find yourself a styrofoam block that you can find at any of the craft stores. You want to go ahead and cut that to size for the inside. Make sure it's a snug fit and not loose. Now from the rim, the top rim of the box, you want to come down about 1.5 inches. And you want to go ahead and use one of these wooden pieces that you can get from that tower game at the Dollar Tree. I'm just using that as a base to lay my styrofoam box on. So again, from the rim of the box, you want to come down about 1.5 inches, and you want to go ahead and create that. And I would say place 2 wooden blocks per side of the inside of the box. And this is just going to help support that styrofoam so it doesn't fall through all the way in. And that's what it's looking like so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use these beautiful foam flowers that I had ordered online. I will go ahead and link something similar, if not the same, down below, but you can always go ahead and use any type of faux flowers that you find either at Dollar Tree or any of the craft stores or wherever. I know the at-home store really carries a lot of beautiful flowers for an inexpensive price. I thought this looked beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and place 4 across and 4 back, and I used about a total of, I would say, 20 of them. If you see, I went ahead and changed that. I liked it in black. I had some glitter stock paper and I went ahead and replaced it and I put it back to black. I think it looked better than the silver. And so what I ended up doing was that I decorated my box with this beautiful ribbon, and if you notice in the bottom, I did decide to glue on the actual top of the box. I think that made it look even more like a fireplace because it gave it a nice base to sit on and how you normally see regular fireplaces. So yeah, I think it turned out beautiful. The one that you saw in the background was nice, but like I said, it was something that I created on the whim. You guys seem to really like that. A lot of you have been inquiring about and asking if I had a tutorial on that, and no, I didn't, but I decided to create one for you guys. I really do hope that you like the way this turned out. Remember, you can customize this to whichever way that you want, any color box, any color frame, even the crushed glass, so however it is that you want to do it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Honestly, let me know what you think. If this is something that you will recreate, what color roses would you use? Where would you put it in your home? I think this is adorable. It's a faux fireplace. And yeah, I just went on along the lines of those popular Instagram flowers that you see all around, and I just, gave it my own little touch and my take on it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Bye everyone. I'll see you after the next year. Bye everyone.